tonight with titles on the line. This is the first of two. Mir comes out southpaw in the white trunks. Nogueira in the red trunks. Frank Mir looks for the head kick early. The two coaches on this most recent season of The Ultimate Fighter.
Nice inside leg kick by Frank Mir. You can stay calm, keep a measured pace. Maybe he'd be okay here. Nice jab by Mir.
Well, it seems like that's exactly what he's trying to do, is stay calm and show that measured pace that you talked about, Joe.
Oh, he's landing some nice shots here, Mike.
And now he gets the clinch and takes down Nogueira.
Very nice. You know what? Rico Rodriguez showed that you can nullify Nogueira's guard, stay on top of him as long as you're cautious. Don't let him get wrist control on you, because that's what he loves to do. Don't let him control your posture. Keep working us.
And these are two very, very decorated Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu mixed martial arts.
Look at this. Frank Mir lets him stand up. I really like the way Frank Mir is using his boxing here. His hands look excellent.
Working his striking with Ken Hahn and striking unlimited.
And you know one thing this is going to happen too, the success, the early success, nice uppercut. The early success is going to calm him. He's going to feel more confident, and that's going to help his endurance as well. Nice inside leg kick by Mir.
Mir really put together some nice combinations. Oh, he caught a jab that time though. 2 minutes into this title fight, scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds.
You know, besides the Lesnar fight, this is probably the most significant test, at least on paper, in Frank Mir's career. And, you know, he is really showing that he has risen to the occasion.
Phil Baroni, former UFC fighter, spent a lot of time training with Frank Mir over the years, and he has been critical of his friend's conditioning and work ethic, but Baroni told some UFC insiders before this fight, Frank's really in shape, and Frank has worked his tail off harder than he had ever seen him work previously in his career.
Well, one good thing about it is that he got to see Minotauro for a long stretch while the guys were working together on The Ultimate Fighter. So he got to working with his team, training with those guys, and you know, he had great fighters on his team, a lot of great guys to work with. That helped get him in great shape as well, and really helped motivate him competing against Nogueira as team coaches.
Really working the stand-up early. Frank Mir in the southpaw stance. Inside leg kick.
Good left hook by Mir.
Mir! He took Nogueira! Now he's been knocked down, but he's never been finished. Knocked down for the 6th time in his career. But
Mir's got to be careful here.
Finished.
But you know what? The beautiful thing is, Mir has a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It's going to be very hard to submit Mir.
And Mir makes a smart move there. If he's not going to finish it right there, don't blow out the gas tank.
Yeah, very smart move. Mir looks awesome. And Nogueira, to me, looks like he's just having a hard time pulling the trigger.
Well, when you talk about Minotauro Nogueira, it's a lot like you talk about Vanderlei Silva, one of the greatest ever, an MMA Hall of Famer. But when do those great, deep battles that they've been in catch up to you?
I really like the way Mir is throwing that uppercut.
Walk away. Keep him playing.
Nice knee by Mir as well. Yeah, I mean, Nogueira's been in so many wars. The Fedor fights, he took so much punishment in those fights. The Crow Cop fight, until he stopped Crow Cop, until he took him down and got him in an armbar, he took some vicious shots, including a horrifying head kick. Of course, the Heath Herring fight, he was almost knocked out in that fight early, went on to win a decision, but, you know, he was battered in that fight.
Again, pushing forward with the combinations.
And we've said it so many times, that punishment counts. You know, it's like you have a number that you can reach. Big combination by Nogueira.
Mir looks confident.
Mir smiling, yeah.
Joe, remember Tim Sylvia had success in the first 2 rounds against Minotauro before he got caught by submission.
Yes, he did, but, you know, he knocked down Minotauro. He had Minotauro really badly hurt, but he made a big mistake in that fight.
He knocks him down again at the end of the first round.
Man, I'm telling you, Frank Mir looks outstanding. Look how calm he looks. Calm and confident, big smile on his face. If he can keep this up, this will be a huge, huge upset.
Joe, that is the definition of a 10-8 round right there.
Oh, without a doubt, maybe 10-7. He knocked him down twice. Let's take a look at this again. I mean, we've never seen Frank Mir's boxing look so good. Beautiful step in with the uppercut and straight left hand, straight down the pipe. I like that uppercut. Obviously, he's been working on that. And there's one knockdown. And I got to tell you, I mean, just real crisp boxing from Frank Mir. And look at him. He smiles and raises his eyebrows. Very calm and confident Frank Mir. We were saying about guys taking punishment. It's like you have a number that you can reach. Like so many times you've been concussed, so many times you've been dropped, so many times you've taken a shot to the head. How many has Nogueira taken? How many does he have left on his card?
You know, you can make the argument more than anybody in MMA history.
Yeah.
He's delivered a few himself, though. Fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. Conditioning does not seem to be a factor yet for the very dominant Frank Mir. Brock Lesnar told us he wouldn't hate a rematch with Frank Mir.
I'll tell you what, Frank Mir looks outstanding, and Minotauro is moving straight back. He's not moving his head.
Frank again puts together combinations.
All Frank seems to have to do is just time it.
Joe, you mentioned earlier the great job Frank Mir does on the WEC broadcast, WEC 38. Heads to San Diego, California for the first time ever. Live on Versus, Jamie Varner defends his lightweight title against the Cowboy, Donald Cerrone, plus the rematch between the California Kid, Uriah Faber, and Jen's Little Evil Culver. Tickets are still available.
I mean, besides being a great fighter, Frank is an awesome commentator. Really does a great job of breaking down positions and options and, you know, and giving real intelligent criticism about the fighters.
Well, in his preparation for fights, Joe, he said, and I quote, "I'm obsessed with studying fights." He has always been about being a mixed martial artist and a martial artist with his karate background with his father as a youngster. And when that was taken away from him for a number of months, maybe even years, because of the motorcycle accident and the recovery, it was hard on Frank Mir mentally. Minotauro.
Yeah, he wasn't the same for a
not at all.
time after that.
Give him a lot of credit for fighting through that and finding his fighting spirit again.
Yeah, there was a lot of people that wrote him off. You know, after the Pay to Pana loss. Oh, again! Oh, that's it!
Nogueira has been finished for the first time ever!
Unbelievable!
Frank Mir will face Brock Lesnar!
Unbelievable! Wow! What a performance by Frank Mir! Frank Mir just pointed to Brock Lesnar and says, "You have my belt." Wow! What a performance by Frank Mir!
Mixed martial arts history made here tonight. Our fight replay brought to you by Bud Light. The difference is drinkability.
You know, there was questions that a lot of people had about the preparation of Frank Mir. I think Frank answered all of them with 5 stars. Just an awesome performance by Mir.
Knocked him down 3 times, and the third was the final time needed.
I mean, just outstanding. Not a scratch on his face.
And the great thing is Brock Lesnar told us before the fight, he doesn't believe he truly has the belt yet. So we will see the matchup, the rematch between Frank Mir and Brock Lesnar in 2009 to find out who the undisputed UFC heavyweight champion is. Minotauro Nogueira finished for the first time in his mixed martial arts career in this, his 37th career fight. Take a look at it again. Frank's striking was so sharp. Nogueira is in shock and disbelief and still stumbling on his way up, because this has never happened to him before. He's a great man, he's a great competitor, was a great coach. He is defeated tonight by Frank Mir. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 54 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by TKO, and now, the new interim UFC